Bitcoin, we start with 1 hour chart. First of all, we refer to our analysis. We're looking for trade within this one. We mentioned if we get the sell, this is where we were over target. Okay. And when the price was in that, in my last analysis, we mentioned we need to see what's the next. At least protect the sell. Okay. When we see this one, you could expect one move down. As we can see the price, it couldn't take where we were expecting, but almost near to that. Okay. Then we mentioned after the breakout of this, we will look for buy. Any buy we will be interested because we're expecting the price can reverse. As we can see, the price reverse. But based on 1 hour chart, we didn't have any trade set up to look for buy. The only way was to look for buy to trade based on lower time frame, 15 minute, and if like. Okay. Now the thing is, how about this? Do we want to trade it? Okay. First of all, we start with higher time frame. Okay. As we can see, based on daily, we have been within this sharp down move. And even I mentioned when we have this kind of the move, this one can continue, drop a bit lower. But if this happen, any reversal, it can give us a really good trade unless this one turns to a correction for one more drop. Okay, that's mean all it depends because as we can see, it's not moving really fast. Okay, we move to forward chart. We wanna see how we can trade it. All right. First of all, in our analysis, we have been looking for this for one move down. We get, but now the thing is, if we put these three in relative to each other, make the showing the divergence as well here. Okay. Now the thing is, whether we should look for the reversal or this one turn to a bigger correction. Okay. That's why if we get any buy, we are more interested in case this is the only correction and this is the start of the up move. But beside that, we need to know whatever happen as a correction, may this one happen for one more drop. That means this one can continue as I explained based on daily chart. Drop as a move as a channel. Yeah, for sure if it's happen, any reversal, it can give us a better opportunity. The only thing is how deep this one can go. The another thing is in our analysis, we are putting this one in relative to this. As we can see in terms of the time and length, this one is a small shorter than this. Can we expect we get a bigger correction here for internal and for one more drop? Yes. The only things I want to mention, we are interested in a buy, be looking for buy. But if we get any buy setup, this is not moving, we should know about other possibility. We just take out the trade. We don't stay with the trade. Okay. As now we can see based on forward chart, we don't have any trade set up. The only question is how deep this one can go before we look for buy. But right now we have a divergence. Can we conclude this divergence as the start of the up move? Okay. We move to lower time frame 1 hour chart. We want to see how we can trade based on 1 hour chart. All right. Based on 1 hour chart, again, we put this one in relative to this and here. We see whether we have a divergence. Yes, we have it. And here, exactly. Okay. Now, for me, if I want to look for buy, first of all, I will wait based on 1 hour chart. I will wait to get the bigger correction here to buy. Because right now we don't have any correction of flag to look for buy. Okay. That means if we get the bigger correction of flag, it depends. We will look for buy with the stop loss below this and our target will be at least above this. And when the price break this top, this level, which is 48,500, we start to manage it. Okay. And how about if the price sharply move from here? In that case, can we trade based on lower time frame, 15 minute? All right. The only way is to have entry above this. If any of this, whatever we have here, repeated. Okay. The only we call it as a short-term trade, but it's not a really good trade because easily price tag and reverse. Later I will talk why. Okay, that's why if we get a bigger correction can give us a better confirmation for buy. But buying here, we consider as any of this is short-term trade. All right. Now the thing is, if you move to 1 hour chart, all right. Now the only opportunity, as I mentioned, if we want to buy, we want to get the bigger correction. And we want when the price come to this high, we start to manage it. Okay. Why we cannot buy right now without the correction? Because this one can be turned to any of this for next move down. How about if this one become internal running flat in relative to this for one more drop? Okay, that's why we need to get the correction to look for buy. The another things is, how about if we put our chart line here? Can we call it this one as a breakout? I don't think so. Okay, now the things is, if you want to look for buy, the only thing, as I mentioned, we need to get the correction here to confirm this is the start of the up move. And if we don't, as I mentioned, based on lower time frame, it depends. 15 minutes, it depends on the traders whether they can trade it, they know how to manage or not. Okay, because this one may later to a correction. Okay, by the way, we just following and we want to see whether we can get any correction from here to look for buy with the stop loss below this, and our target is for continuation to break out this one, but we consider as a first target here, and this is where we start to manage our trade. Anyway, we just follow the chart and see how we can trade it. Thanks.